What's up, everybody? This is Josh here from Inside Wrestling Truth. Um, I've been gone for a little bit because I'm really bored with what the WWE's been doing. But I figured I'd come on here and do my Night of Champions predictions. Um, I'm never really right when it comes to these things, so don't think I'm crazy when I give you my predictions or whatever. But I'm gonna give you my predictions here shortly. But like I said, I just really been bored with the WWE lately, man. It's just I can't sit down and watch it anymore. I don't know what, but it just bores the shit out of me. And it's football season. I love wrestling, but mainstream wrestling has just really been boring to me lately. But anyway, let's get on into my Night of Champions predictions. Let's talk about first off some matches that aren't title matches. We have Rusev versus Mark Henry. Um, I'm gonna pick Rusev. Wow, I'm going out on a limb there, ain't I? I'm gonna pick Rusev over Mark Henry. Mark Henry's been in the WWE for like 20 years. We know that the only reason Mark Henry is in this match is to put Rusev over and to make Rusev look stronger. For some reason, they want to push Rusev down our throats. But I'm gonna pick him over Mark Henry. Secondly, we have the Viper, Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho. I'm going to take Randy Orton in this one. Um, I think Randy Orton will get the win over Jericho. I think something will happen in this match, maybe a punch to the head or something very violent that will send Chris Jericho on his merry way back out of the WWE until he feels like he wants to be a wrestler again. Um, I've been hearing that the WWE is trying to rebuild the old Viper character with Randy Orton. So we'll just have to see, what happens there. But I'm going to pick Randy Orton to get the win over Chris Jericho. Um, Next, let's go into the tag team titles. We have the Usos versus Goldust and Stardust. I'm going to pick Goldust and Stardust to win the tag titles. The Usos have had these belts for a very long time. It's time for them to drop the straps to Goldust and Stardust. I'm just going to pick Goldust and Stardust because I think it's time for the Usos to drop the belts. Um, it's really became boring watching them be tag champions, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I think they're amazing athletes and pretty good wrestlers, but I just think it's time for another tag team to become champions. Um, I think the Usos are good tag champions, but like I said, there are other tag teams out there that should be getting the belts. Uh, Goldust and Stardust, I think will win the belts, but I don't even think they deserve to be tag champions. I think somebody else does. Cody Rhodes is a great wrestler. He's a great young talent. But, I think that Stardust and Goldust win the tag belts. Then we can go on into the Intercontinental title. We have a rematch from SummerSlam, Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. I'm picking Ziggler to win this and retain. Um, really nothing here much to talk about. I've never been a fan of The Miz. Um, you know, Ziggler, Intercontinental Champion, can be a very good Intercontinental Champion, and I see him being a very good Intercontinental Champion, so I'm going to pick Ziggler. Um, then we can go to the United States title. We have Sheamus versus Cesaro. Uh, Cesaro, we can go back to WrestleMania, was on fire, and he's really lost steam. WWE's really not done anything with him. Uh, Sheamus, the same. Sheamus has always been boring to me. Only time I ever was a Sheamus fan was when he was a heel. Um, I feel like both of these guys have kind of lost steam, but I'm going to take Cesaro. Uh, I'm going to take Cesaro to win the U.S. belt one more time. Uh, this was a hard one for me because I really don't know what direction they want to go with this one. But I'm going to take Cesaro over Sheamus. Um, we have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Now was the hardest match for me to pick on the card. Roman Reigns is pretty much unstoppable. Seth Rollins is a sensational wrestler. I think I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins getting the win. I know I had thought maybe Roman Reigns would get the win from interference from Ambrose, uh, but I think you really can't. They have big plans for Seth Rollins in the future, and I don't think that it's so hard because they both are getting pushed like super hard to be great, and they both will be. But in my opinion, Roman Reigns he really doesn't have a large amount of moves. Uh, I think he'll be a big star one day. But on this night, I'm going to take Seth Rollins. Now let's go to the WWE title match. We have Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. I'm already bored to death with this shit. Um, Brock Lesnar annihilated John Cena at SummerSlam, so why would John Cena come back and beat Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions? It ain't going to happen. Lesnar's going to beat him. It might be more of a competitive match, which don't make sense. If Lesnar destroyed him once, why wouldn't he do the same thing over and over? Lesnar's going to hold on to this belt for a long, long time. And, we'll just have to see where we go from there. This is my predictions for Night of Champions. They won't be right. I think a couple of these feuds will probably go over to Hell in a Cell. I think probably Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns could definitely, it sucks to see Bray Wyatt not on the card. Bray Wyatt was the hottest thing in WWE at one time also, and they pretty much have buried him as well. These are just my predictions for Night of Champions. I will be back with more wrestling videos, guys. I've just been taking a break. I've been working a lot of hours. I've been trying to get interviews and etc. I have a lot of wrestling stuff on my mind, so I may make another video tonight or tomorrow. These are just my predictions for Night of Champions, and I hope everybody has a great night. And we got the Falcons and the Bucks tonight, so I'm gonna be watching that as well. And like I always say, guys, get your money and pay your bills. Peace.